And we'll start the firing cycle with the cartridge igniting. As that happens, gases travel along the barrel and into the gas cylinder. Now let's use the animated
Every
drawing.
weapon has a story, but some redefine the battlefield. In Episode 1, we explored how the M16A2 emerged from controversy, competition, and decades of refinement. Today, we turn to the weapon that gave the American infantry squad something it had lacked since the days of the Browning automatic rifle: a true squad-level machine gun. Born from the lessons of Vietnam, shaped by global competition, and tested in every conflict of the modern era, this is the history of the M249 squad automatic weapon, the gun that finally closed the firepower gap in the American squad and changed small unit tactics forever. The story of the M249 begins with a problem the United States military had struggled with for decades. How do you give a small infantry squad its own sustained firepower without relying on a heavy, crew-served machine gun? Since World War II, American doctrine had lived with a gap. The Browning automatic rifle had faded away, and squads leaned heavily on the M60, a powerful but bulky general-purpose machine gun. It worked, but it wasn't truly a lightweight, squad-owned automatic weapon. During Vietnam, several attempts tried to fill that void. One of the most notable was the Stoner 63 system, a modular family of weapons designed by Eugene Stoner after he left Armalite. Configurable as a rifle, carbine, top-fed light machine gun, or belt-fed squad automatic weapon, it saw limited but enthusiastic use among Navy SEALs and Marine recon. In the hands of highly trained operators, it proved that a lightweight, belt-fed squad weapon was not just possible, it was deadly effective. But the Stoner required detailed maintenance and a strong logistical tail, and the Army ultimately judged it too complex for mass issue. The Army also experimented with heavy-barrel, magazine-fed versions of the M16, an American attempt to mirror the Soviet RPK concept. But no matter how heavy the barrel or how rugged the furniture, the limitations of a 30-round magazine made sustained automatic fire impossible. By the mid-1970s, the Army launched the Squad Automatic Weapon Program to formally solve the problem. Multiple candidates were evaluated: the Rodman X M235, later improved into the X M248, heavy-barrel M16 variants, the Heckler & Koch HK23A1, and FN's new Minimi. After extensive testing, in May 1980, the FN XM249 was selected as the best choice, and on February 1, 1982, it was officially adopted as the M249 Squad Automatic Weapon. It entered Army service in 1984 and Marine Corps service in 1985. For the first time, U.S. infantry squads had an organic, belt-fed light machine gun specifically designed for them. It changed the way squads maneuvered and fought, replacing the old reliance on platoon-level M60s and giving individual squads the power to establish fire superiority on their own. But like every new weapon, the M249 had its growing pains. Early M249s were accurate and powerful, but soldiers and Marines reported issues with sharp edges, fragile bipods, awkward sling points, exposed hot barrels, and front sights that required special tools to adjust. More importantly, concerns about durability and safety prompted the Army, under Secretary James Ambrose, to suspend production in 1985 until a product improvement program was completed. Over 1,000 M249s already in service were retrofitted, while thousands more remained in storage until upgraded. The PIP strengthened core components, improved the stock, handguard, bipod, and gas system, and resolved many early reliability complaints. Later modernization steps added improved top covers and accessory interfaces, bringing the M249 into the age of optics and modular attachments. In combat, the M249 proved its worth. The Gulf War in 1991 marked its first large-scale employment, and it would go on to appear in every major American conflict thereafter: Somalia, the Balkans, Afghanistan, Iraq, and beyond. In the hands of a well-trained automatic rifleman, the M249 delivered accurate suppression from prone positions that allowed squads to bound, flank, and maneuver. Its rate of fire and high-volume bursts shaped a generation of infantry tactics. Yet combat also revealed trade-offs. Fully loaded, the weapon was heavy. Its 5.56 round, while lightweight and controllable, sometimes struggled against hardened cover or long-distance engagements in Afghanistan. Its accuracy degraded quickly when fired unsupported or on the move. And like any machine gun, it demanded meticulous maintenance in harsh environments. Variants emerged to meet evolving needs. The M249 paratrooper variant offered a shorter barrel and collapsible stock for airborne and mechanized units. Other improvements refined the weapon for optics, night vision, and modern accessories. Through every iteration, the core remained the same: belt-fed, gas-operated, and built to give squads sustained automatic fire. Over time, debates inside the services began to shift. Some argued that a magazine-fed automatic rifle could meet modern needs more effectively, offering lighter weight, better accuracy, and improved controllability. This thinking led to the Marine Corps' Infantry Automatic Rifle Program, an effort that eventually adopted the M27 IAR. For the Marines, suppression became less about sheer volume of fire and more about consistent, accurate hits. The Army, however, maintained that nothing replaced the raw, suppressive capability of a belt-fed machine gun at the squad level. Today, the M249 still serves widely in Army infantry squads, National Guard units, airborne formations, mechanized outfits, and special operations forces. In 1994, it was formally redesignated the M249 light machine gun, but to most troops it is still simply the SAW. Its ripping, high cyclic bursts remain a signature sound of American firepower. From the early experiments of the Stoner 63 to the M16 heavy barrel prototypes, through the SAW trials that crowned the FN Mini-Me, the M249 is the weapon that finally gave American squads true, sustained firepower. It reshaped doctrine, changed tactics, and left a permanent mark on the infantry battlefield. And while newer systems are emerging, lighter machine guns, more efficient ammunition, and hybrid automatic rifle concepts, the legacy of the M249 SAW is already secure. It is a weapon born from the lessons of Vietnam, refined across decades of war, and trusted by countless soldiers and Marines. The M249 SAW transformed the American infantry squad. It bridged a gap that had existed since World War II, delivered firepower that changed doctrine, and proved itself across decades of combat on every type of battlefield imaginable.